What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball Fighters for y'all. So today specifically, I wanted to do another video about a problem with a character. My homie Trunks, I know I dropped him, I think, right before season 3.5 came out, but I was really hopeful about this patch, or this previous patch, I should say, about them giving him things. And for the most part, people tend to think that Trunks has specific problems, but they're not his actual problems. So I'm going to break down what I think his issues are, what I think people tend to say about him that I think is not true in this video. And as usual, if you like all the analysis, guides, and everything else I put on this channel, definitely consider liking this video or subscribing to the channel if you already have not. It does help the channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So Trunks, this character has been in the game since season 1. He is actually not the first character that I picked in this game, but I picked him up pretty early, maybe within, especially since we are in the 3-year anniversary period. That was yesterday of Dragon Ball Fighters. So I think within a couple of weeks I was playing this character, mostly because of this move, and I didn't really know how to beat jumps. I mean, does anyone really know how to beat jumping in this game even now? But that move was really helpful, and he had a lot of cool stuff that I liked. So when the game came out, and some people still say this, he had a few little issues. For starters, his 2L, his low jab, is not a low, it's a mid. This really bothered people, and they were like, how do we mix up with him? Now we know how we mix up with him. We use flip and do left rights, but that was, and still is to some people, a really big issue for him. Another really common issue that people have with him is his frame data. I talked about his frame data a bunch in other videos, but for the most part, he's a character that doesn't have safe mediums on block at a glance. So his 2M, his crouching medium, is -10, and his standing M is -9. So compare with like UI Goku, for example. So he's a character that has 1 safe medium normal, where his 2M is -7, which is actually pretty good, and his 5M is -5, which is safe. Now the thing is about Trunks is that he can change his frame data using flips. So for example, this becomes plus until he lands. This becomes like +5. When he lands, he's -1. So it's not really an issue. You just have to do pressure differently with him compared to other characters. On top of that too, he's a character that creates his own plus frames with the medium shining slash. This is quite a privilege. Not a lot of characters have an ability to make themselves plus for no meter. The move is slow, but as long as you vary your pressure well and apply the move the right way, you can definitely get this off. And lastly, there was the assists. We didn't have the extra B and C assist until season 3. So before, if you wanted to play Trunks, you would have to play the change the feature assist. It's a great assist, but offensively, for most people's purposes, it's not enough. The block stun is quite low. It's only +14, and there are not that many characters that get something from that directly. So UI Goku is an example of this, where he could use the low block stun to get a grab on the last hit of his auto combo, but not everyone has something like this. So really, the biggest reason people picked him up in season 3 is because you can pick more assists. Now you could pick Masenko as an assist. So they nerfed SSJ Goku and they gave more characters beam assists. Being able to steer flips vertically is also a really nice change as well. They made it so that he could do mix-ups with way more characters than before. But despite this, you see Trunks players sometimes still not feel super comfortable with where he's at. So I don't know if I could speak for them, but I could speak for myself. So the main issue that I have with him personally is that his hit confirm ability on important tools is just not great. So I have, for example, his 5S. I have the computer teching randomly, and I'm trying to hit confirm this. This is extremely difficult to do. When I was practicing this often, I got it to like a 60% success rate, and that's just in training mode. In an actual match, this is much harder to do. A character like 18 has multiple ki blasts, so it's much easier, and UI Goku is multiple hits only when it hits. When you block, he only does 1 hit, so it's actually quite easy to confirm. So the rough part about using this move is like, it becomes much easier to see that the ki blast hits if you hit another ki blast. So that's the only time you can reliably hit confirm it, which makes the use much more niche. So he has this problem with JS as well, but it's another thing where since it's only 1 hit, it's pretty hard to see whether or not the opponent got hit, and he doesn't have a move that will like catch the opponent from up there, so you have to make sure you use an assist or something. A character like Team Gohan has a multi-hitting Ki Blast, so again, it's just much easier to hit confirm. You might be like, why not cancel 5S into a special move? But you can't do it. So you have to remember that there's travel time on his beam, so the farther away you are, the harder it is to hit confirm. But actually, when you're in this spot, you can use Change the Future to confirm it, which is really nice, but it only works pretty much when your back's to the corner. But it only works pretty much when the opponent's back is to the corner. Now, Change the Future has this issue as well, where it's pretty hard to hit confirm. I have the opponent set to random, and again, I am too slow. This move, his screen control would be so much more threatening if you could hit confirm that. It actually turns into like a Guilty Gear-esque situation where you get a hit, you can't confirm it, and then now you're in a scramble and you have to see what the opponent is doing / guess what they're going to do, which is a pretty rough situation. Now, of course, with assists, you can confirm a bunch of these things. So for example, you can use 18's Destructo Disc combined with 5S to confirm it, but generally people like playing Trunks as a mid character or anchor character, so the fact that he can't do this by himself very well is a really big issue, because you're supposed to be able to confirm all your hits in this game. So having hits you can't confirm is a huge liability. Now he does have one way he can confirm alone as long as a character is alive though. So for this, we use the power of option selects. So the idea is, if you use the input for a DHC super, so half circle forward assist call, then the super can only come out on hit, not on block, right? So you can get an input like this, where on block you get this sequence where you call the Android 18 Destructo Disc, and on hit he goes into a DHC. So this would happen even if I don't have the assist available. The only restriction really being whether or not the super can even reach the character or not. So characters like Android 18, I believe Super Baby 2, UI Goku, they all have supers that teleport, so they can reach him. This does help a lot, but again, it's not all characters that could do this. And it definitely hurts my soul that some characters got buffs you might say they didn't need, like my new homie Gotenks, where Trunks just needs a pinch of hit stun and he'd be in a great place, like just strong, a little stronger than he is right now, just because, you know, he would be more consistent in neutral, but probably not top tier, but a character you would see a little bit more often. That's just my thoughts though. I think at this point, things like he has no mix-up or he needs a 2L low or something like that, those thoughts, if they're not gone already, they should be long gone. So to me, the real issue is like really important tools in neutral that make him stand out. His Ki Blast, beating other Ki Blasts, basically besides Broly, and CTF, beating Ki Blast, catching jumpers, etc. Like, these tools are super important and he has to use them, but it's so hard for him to hit confirm them alone without being in sparking or using like special tricks and techniques like that. And it's honestly one of the reasons why I started using him mid in the first place. As usual though, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about this. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.